I don't remember. I'll look at the camera.
I know, we do that. Okay, I believe we are live here on YouTube. Happy, what day is it? Wednesday? Wednesday, June 15th.
June 15th, I know that.
We are back together again. Courtney missed our last live, but she has now returned from
Where
her
was I? Was it the Upside Down?
I think it was the end of baseball season.
Oh, yes.
Baseball playoffs here in
That's
Rancho
right.
Penasquitos Little League.
Done.
Pretty exciting.
Done for the year.
And now we are on to summer. We just last day of school last Thursday.
Yes.
Our last day.
Right.
So summer has begun here in summer.
Uh-huh.
Summer has begun here.
Summer
in
has
San
begun
Diego.
here in summer, here in San Diego. I just got back from
I'm pretty sure you know what I meant.
the desert.
That's true.
This morning.
You already went on vacation as soon as
I started right away. I didn't waste any time. I had to get my base tan, you know.
You gotta, yeah, I don't really get a base tan. I just get red or white.
White to red.
Yes, exactly.
White to red. Well, I don't. So I had to work on that.
Well, good for you. For any of you guys out there watching, please let us know where you're watching from. We always like to hear where people are if you're local San Diego or throughout the country or throughout the world. We've had some international people on the show here. We call this a show. I don't know what we call this, but
it's a live stream. It's a YouTube live right now.
That is correct. That is correct. So we're going to go through a few topics here on what's going on in San Diego. We're going to talk about everyone's favorite topic, the housing market here in San Diego and throughout the country. So we will talk about a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about some comings and goings here in San Diego.
Yeah, all the exciting news.
And just our experiences about what we go through here in San Diego. Yeah. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes here. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We always like to answer questions on the show here. And we're always happy to answer them.
Yes.
And if this is your first time to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every week. And I usually end with that, but I'm going to start with that now and kind of go from there. Okay, so we're going to get into some headlines here going on in San Diego. Let me see if I can get into those. See if our sharing thing works. Didn't work that one time we were here.
Did you figure it out?
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I did. We're getting
pretty tech savvy.
Very.
I have
very,
faith in you.
Very tech savvy here. Or somewhat tech savvy.
Yeah.
Okay. So first thing on the agenda for San Diego is, let me just so this can see what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay, San Diego hires real estate firm to evaluate bids for the sports arena site. So down in the Midway district, we have the sports arena that's been there for many, many years and is definitely in need of an overhaul. I just went to a hockey game there, a minor league hockey game a few months back, and it reminds me of the Spectrum back in Philadelphia. It was right before they tore it down.
Concrete-y.
Very concrete and just, it feels very like 70s in there. And I think it's probably time for that place to go. So they have 3 different bids going on there. And I guess they've got it. Well, they had 6 of them. They got it down to 3. And now they're trying to decide between the 3 bids. A lot of it's based on housing, but they're all 3 are putting some sort of arena or sporting place. Because right now they do have minor league teams at the sports arena. They have concerts there.
Yes.
So they're still having one up place for that.
I've seen a few concerts there, actually.
I was doing some research hoping they would bring like an NHL or an NBA team to San Diego.
Oh, not going to happen.
It's not happening.
Sorry, guys, not going to happen.
Anytime soon. So if any of you guys out there were hoping for another sports team coming to San Diego.
God, we're just not a sports town. It makes me sad. Is it because of our proximity to Los Angeles? There just isn't enough
Los Angeles has like 10 teams between all the sports. So
they do.
I find it slightly unfair. Even Anaheim has a team.
Anaheim.
I know.
Yeah.
So, and they only have.
This is a wonderful place. I think this would be a wonderful place to have a franchise.
We've had them in the past. The Clippers have been here in the past for a short period of time. We had the Chargers for a very long time, and then they left us. Thanks, Dean Spanos.
Yep.
So one day, I'm hoping we'll get another team back. I don't even care what sport it is, even if we had
Highlight.
Any
cricket.
What's highlight?
Highlight. It's like a weird.
You just made that up.
Lacrosse type. Oh my gosh, guys! Highlight. Come on.
I have no idea what.
It's like one of the oldest sports, I think, in the United States. I don't know. I think it was the Native Americans. I think may have.
It must have been.
You know highlight?
I have no idea what highlight is.
I use that word all the time in Scrabble. It's J-A-I. It's a great word.
It sounds like a great word.
It
sounds like a great
anyway.
Word. Okay, so sports arena, they're down to 3 people. We're hoping one of them gets chosen because there was actually this is what the Midway. Is this one called the Midway Village? Midway Rising.
Ooh.
had this really nice rendering. As far as rendering goes, I feel like they did the best job because that's the only one I could find online.
So it's the best.
So I mean,
Number
it
one.
looks like at least in the rendering, the arena is quite large, and the rest of it's like housing and mixed use type stuff too.
And this is sports arena is in like the Point
Loma Midway district, they call it down there.
Rosecrans.
So
okay. They're gonna need to spruce up that area that it's in as well. I think.
Well, that's kind of the high.
This is yes.
And they're gonna have a lot of affordable housing here, which is the big reason why they were talking about this. So whoever had more affordable housing or average affordable housing is the one they wanted to go with.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
So
this would be a big spruce up. That looks amazing.
An unrelated topic, if any of you guys are fans of the music festival Kaboo, was formerly called Kaboo Del Mar, that used to be at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. They were planning on moving it to Petco Park, but there's a lot of lawsuits going on with this thing, so it does not sound like Kaboo is coming back this year, even though that was the plan. At all.
Not at all. Tell me about the lawsuits. I thought that Kaboo was created by a bunch of like old retired lawyers.
It was, but then I think it's been sold twice.
I see.
Like once, like right before the pandemic, and then once during the pandemic. So now they're fighting to get it back to Del Mar, and they don't want it to go to Petco Park. So basically, they're suing the Padres. Is what it sounds like.
Interesting. Okay, well,
against Padres may decide Kaboo's fate. So
got it.
That's probably one of the bigger music festivals we have in San Diego. I don't know if there was a bigger one than that, right?
No, that's. I mean, we get there's the Crossed Festival on the waterfront. That's like electronic music, sort of dance music. No, Kaboo, I think definitely brings in the biggest names, and it's 3 days. I mean, that's the biggest one. I think
some people call it the old man's Coachella.
Yes,
it's usually for older people.
It is. Well, I mean, you look at the demographic of Del Mar as well. You know, you have there are retirees, empty nesters. All there's people living there they love that. They could just walk to Kaboo.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
That would be perfect. But now if you live downtown,
but no more.
Yeah, now you have to go downtown to do it. Take it over.
Yes.
So such is life. Okay, what else we got? Okay, we're gonna move on to some housing related topics. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we'll get to them after we go through our little articles here, and we'll go from there. Okay, San Diego resale home prices drop for the first time this year.
Signs of a market cooling.
Is it a sign of a cooling
market?
Well, we've talked about this a few times, which we've kind of seen it happen before they've even reported it, just because a lot of the stats don't come out, for 45 days after they actually happen.
Right.
Sometimes. So this is for CoreLogic reports. The resale single family homes price was $940,000 in May, down $10,000. Whoops, sorry, my phone's ringing here. Down $10,000 from the previous month.
Right.
Granted, it's not a gigantic drop. But this could be the beginning of a little shift. Again, I'm not saying it's going to be a crash. I mean, I think we've talked about this a few times, but there's definitely a correction could be in the works when rates go from 3% to 6%. Do you think prices will remain the same?
No.
I thought they were going to, go up probably 5 to 10% this year if rates stayed around 4 or 4.5%. But no one really thought. All the economists said at the beginning of the year that rates would probably hover around 4, maybe a little over 4, and that wouldn't really hurt the housing market too much. But now, obviously, as you can see, the 30-year mortgage rate surges to 6.28%, up from 5.5% just a week ago. This is for more conforming loans. Jumbos are still under 6%, but granted, this is still almost 3% higher than they were most of last year and the year before. So how much will prices dip? I don't know exactly, obviously, because we'd be probably wouldn't be doing this if we could foresee the future. But I do imagine they will probably, you could see a 5 to 10% dip in home prices in certain areas, because we're seeing a lot of price reductions. I just want to go to one thing that I've been watching. So here we go. I went on, we're just on Redfin here, and I did a price reductions in the last 30 days. So there were 17 price reductions in Rancho Penasquitas in the last 30 days. There was only 42 homes on the market at the moment.
Yeah.
So it was like a 35% percent price reductions out of on the market. So quite a bit of price reduction. So I'm you're probably gonna see more of them over the year. I think people will also get used to the pricing. I think some of these people overpriced the homes to start with, because they were kind of basing it off the count
couple months ago
from the last month.
Yeah, definitely.
But even just doing it based off the last month you almost have to adjust for what was going to happen. But other than what was actually happening. So and then I also did it for Carlsbad. So there was 116 homes on the market in Carlsbad. I know. That's why I wanted to do a bigger sample size, just so what it is. So Carlsbad had 25 out of 116 homes get a price reduction. So that was 34% of the houses. So quite a bit of houses getting price reduction. So the good news for buyers out there, you could actually get a little deal on some of these houses out here. So just one example, like this house on Oviedo has been sitting on the market, and I'm very surprised that this house is still on the market. So it was listed originally at 165, and now it's down to 1399. 2,700 square feet house in Rancho Penasquitos.
That's a nice size house. Great schools, great school district. And it's not like original condition. They've done some updates. It looks like newer flooring. They've redone some bathrooms. I mean, it looks like a pretty nice layout. You don't have to use the front as a exercise room if you don't want to. But I mean, you've even got some yard space, turf in the backyard. I mean, this is like, a couple months ago, this house would have been
1.6 probably,
and probably snapped up really quickly. So
yes, your interest rates will be higher, but I would, I think buyers are going to be a little pickier over the next, few, maybe 6 months even. And if you just pay attention to the ones that have been sitting on the market for a minute, you're probably going to get a little bit better deal than you think. And just know that interest rates probably will not always be 6%. So if you lock in a 6%, or actually, I want to show you one more thing. Everyone keeps talking about the Mission Fed interest rates. So here, they have a 10-1 arm, which means you can lock in your interest rate for 10 years. And then within that 10-year period, you can refinance. Otherwise, it goes to a variable interest rate. So they have it at 3.5% right now at 0 points. So I think this was probably from like yesterday. So now that the rates have gone up, maybe it's closer to 4. But if you're worried about those 6% rates, there still are other options. And then once the inflation gets under control, which could be, 6 months, 8 months, I don't know how long it's going to be, then rates will probably come back down again. So just keep that in mind when you're like, oh, I don't want to do a 6% interest rate. There are other options out there. And just be patient and just see how the market goes over the next, 3 to 4 months. I think there are going to be a lot of deals to be had out there. So
I think so too. And especially if you're in a position like you don't have a home to sell, maybe you're renting somewhere, you've already sold your home and you're just waiting to, I think you could find some homes that could be good deals. For
sure. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so that's kind of our articles for today. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll get to them very here shortly. Let me just unshare the screen. There we go. We're back.
It's just back to us.
Okay, yes, right back at us. Okay.
I was going to say cheers as it's the 5 o'clock hour.
It is happy hour here in San Diego, so cheers to you. I have a AleSmith brew here today.
I have a little Prosecco in this really cute,
per usual,
little glass. I know, I got to get more creative with my drinks.
And again, let us know where you guys are watching from. We always appreciate your guys' support. And also, I wanted to ask you guys out there too who's watching, let us know what kind of videos you guys want to see going forward, because we always try to put out videos that you guys want to see. So if you guys want to see more neighborhood tours, if you want to see more market update videos, we're going to try to do these lives every 2 weeks.
Yes. What about park tours like the zoo and Balboa Park and Legoland? Like, Vern did a parent's guide to Legoland that seemed to be really popular. And I'm sure, I know before I go on vacation somewhere or before I visit someplace new, I always look up stuff like that on YouTube. So, I would like to know if people are interested in that.
Yeah, I'll be taking the kids to Sesame Place. So if you guys haven't heard Sesame, there's a new amusement park here in San Diego called Sesame Place. They started one on the East Coast. They just brought it to San Diego. It's down in Chula Vista. So we're going to do a little tour of that one for you guys if you have not been. So yeah, we're just trying to show you new things around San Diego. And but if you have any other video ideas that you really want to see, if you're from out of town, like I want to see this neighborhood.
Right.
I know there's people always ask for Chula Vista, which we're going to get to eventually.
Yes.
I promise. But
new
just
construction. People want to know about new construction.
Yeah, new construction tours. We just did. What was the one I just did?
You just did three roots.
Three roots tour.
Yeah.
So if you guys like any new construction tours or areas around the new construction, let us know. We can put those out there too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I mean, anything about food, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Just name it. Is it sushi? Is it tacos? Pizza?
I've been wanting to do the pizza video.
You've been wanting to do the pizza video. I would definitely, yes, I would do that with you.
Yes.
You'd be better at that than I would, but yeah.
Oh, and then the question, so the title of this our video was, should you wait to buy a home now?
Yeah.
So what would you say to people?
I would say it depends a little bit on your circumstances. Like I mentioned before, if it's not contingent, you're not waiting to, because I know obviously it could be difficult to sell a home right now, or you might feel like you're not getting as much for your home as you would hope. And it can be a little bit discouraging. If you're not in the situation where you need to sell a home, I think looking at the past 6 months where it's been so crazy, past year, it's been so crazy. I think this could be a good time to buy.
I think you just be pickier. I think you wait for the right time when it's right. And there's a house that you've been, especially if you hated bidding wars.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what we've been having. Like,
I had so many people that I don't want to do this. Bidding wars are terrible. Some people
totally deterred just because of that, right?
They took a break a year or 6 months ago just because I hate bidding wars. I don't want to be involved in it. Yes, your interest rates will be higher, but like I said, there are other options as far as interest rates go. Right. And just know that they will not always be 6 to 7% interest rate, and you can easily refi, 6 months to a year from now. So
so it's just a different climate to buy in. If you weren't put off by bidding wars and having to up your price and up your, then maybe you don't care as much. Yeah. But
if you hate 6% interest rates, then you shouldn't buy right now. If you want to wait till rates go back down again, and then there's more competition.
Right. That's the thing.
There's
going to be a trade-off.
So it's either you want the better price, which is now probably,
yes,
or do you want the better interest rate, which is
possibly a little more selection
for sure,
and more time to make a decision. There's these buyers for the past year or more. It is like the house is on the market for 2 days. You better decide, have all your ducks in a row, and really be 100%. Put your all into that offer to get that house. Now, you might have a little bit more time. You want to think about it. You want to look around a little bit more. You want to make sure it's, just a little more flexibility perhaps with your home search.
Either way, just do when it's right for you.
Yeah.
Don't care what anybody else. Don't tell what a real estate agent tells you what to do. No offense to any other real estate agent. They don't always tell you what you want. They tell you what you want to hear rather than what you should do.
Need
sometimes.
To hear.
Not always, sometimes. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get to some questions here. Let's see. John Sprague. How accurate are Zillow estimates? I figure they are all low. I think they're all over the place. Sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low. Mm-hmm. I remember the owner or the CEO of Zillow's home, he sold his house and his estimate was like $5 million off. Mm-hmm. which I think is kind of funny.
It's ironic.
It is ironic. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they're accurate. It kind of just depends. Sometimes they get lucky and they hit it pretty close to it.
Yeah.
I also think sometimes buyers and sellers take them too much at face value instead of actually looking at the comps and comparing their actual houses themselves, because they're just thrown into an algorithm.
Right.
So compare it to similar houses in a similar area and similar sizes. So, but they can be close. Sometimes there could be 1% off, it could be 10% off.
Yeah. So I know it gives you like a quick and easy answer, and you think, it's right there, pops up when you're searching, but does kind of pay to dig a little deeper, look at the comps, like Glenn said. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Nine Angels is back. Hello.
Hello. Get that pretty
frequent chatter last week.
Nice.
We have John J. from Redlands, California.
Oh my goodness.
We love going up to Big Bear. We have a house up there.
Drive through Redlands. I just saw on my drive home from the desert, there was a big sign that said University of the Redlands is like number 4 for best value for a university in the West.
Is it?
It's a really cool looking campus and stuff.
You can go back
University
to
of the Redlands. I'm sending all my children off to school. I'm trying to get everybody out of the house
You got a few
and up
years
to the
left.
Redlands.
Yeah.
So hi.
John J, looking like worse than 08. I don't think it will be worse than 08. I mean, granted, everything seems like doom and gloom right now at the stock market.
Sure.
Crypto,
prices,
all my Bitcoin's been dropping.
Inflation's crazy.
Yeah, gas prices are what are they? $6 here now?
I'm not gonna tell you. I don't even like to talk about it.
You just try not to think about it?
I try not to think about it. I won't even look. I can't even look. I know premium.
That's why I got my
premium,
electric scooter.
Yeah, you did get a scooter.
Yeah.
Premium is close to $7.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is it $7?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like $6.90 some or $6.90. Yeah.
That's high. That was high. I'm not gonna lie.
It's high. It's really high.
And I don't think how you could say it's worse than 08. I mean, 08 was like catastrophic. Like it was the Great Depression type stuff. So, I mean, obviously this could get worse than it is right now. But as of right now, hopefully we're nearing the end of it, and then it'll go up. Maybe another month or two of this, hopefully. But who knows? You know. Okay, 9 Angels back in. Same question as John's. The estimates, are they accurate? There you go. I think we kind of answered that.
We did.
Sort of.
Just remember, it is an algorithm, which
they're not humans. They're basically thrown into
right. So it can be skewed.
Humans can be wrong too. So that's fine.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look, from Delaware.
From Delaware. Oh my gosh. Where in Delaware?
Courtney wants to know.
I want to know. Delaware is so small. You know, there is less than 1 million people in the entire state.
You go say hi to her parents. Her parents are still in Delaware.
I checked. I'm heading out to Delaware in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, where in Delaware? Tell us, please.
Yeah.
Day-to-day family life
videos. Okay, so this is what you would like to see. Yeah, I would love to do that. So you'd like to know, are you looking for like cost of living for day to day?
Or show what it's like
day
to day.
Yeah.
But we can do both of those.
Both of those. Have families, have lives. We can show you day to day.
We can show you that. We can show you that. Oops, I just hit the wrong button. I'm glad I didn't give up in July 2021. 2.7 interest rate. It was tough. Almost quit. It was brutal. I mean, July 2021 was probably the busiest we were ever.
You were sweating.
Yeah, I was like.
You were sweating. You had so many clients at the same time.
And I was sad to see the market slow down a little bit, but I'm also slightly.
Yeah.
I can breathe again.
There's going to be an ebb and flow all the time. So, you know, you were the busiest you've probably ever been. Right.
Correct.
And then now there's a little bit of
a lull, which is fine. So it's you know, it goes up and down like the housing market, like the stock market.
Sure.
As it goes. And you never lose money unless you actually sell the house. So just keep that in mind.
But that's good. You didn't quit. It was tough and you didn't quit.
Where did you buy too? Let us know where you bought. I'm just curious to see where it is and where the market's going to be in a few months from now.
There you go.
Okay, we did that one. 9 Angel, looking forward. How do you think things will be in 2025? I'm looking to downsize in 3 years.
I wish I knew what 2025.
I bet you the market will be ascending again.
Yeah.
But I think we'll probably have that little correction now. I think it could last 3 months. It could last 9 months. So they got to get inflation under control, that's why they're raising the interest rates now. That's why they had that big jump this week. So once that happens, I think they think this big jump they did this week is going to be the turning point for it. So once they do the next inflation check, which I think is that next month sometime? I forget when they do it. So if you see that number goes down, that's a good sign that this is working. And they'll probably keep rates still around there. They're supposed to raise rates even more throughout the year. But, you know, just keep an eye on those other options for loans too. If you really want to buy right now, if you don't need to buy right now, you know, maybe it's not the worst idea to wait it out a little bit longer.
But if you need to buy, and some people do, so don't fret. Some people, it's, you know, because of jobs, work placement, whatever you need to, yes, you can still, like Vern was saying, there are still options. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
You always do. It's fine.
I just cut right in there. Just interrupt her.
But to answer your question, 2025, I would, you know, a lot can happen in 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this will be our little correction moment. And then hopefully it's shorter rather than longer. Could be, I mean, the 2008 one was almost like a 3-year period. I think this one will be shorter. Could be a year blip on the radar. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. As long as the, you know, stock market's got to flatten out eventually and then correct and go back up again. So that could be, I don't know, another couple months as well. So we'll
Does
see.
Nine Angels live here in?
I forget. Nine Angels. Where did you buy down in like central San Diego? I think we talked about this last time, but I can't remember.
I wasn't here last time.
You weren't, but I was. Yes. What is the process or advantage of a cash offer? Well, in this market, the cash offer, you don't have to pay an interest rate, is the bonus of that one. On this one, I'd say the cash offer was more valuable like 6 months ago when there were multiple offers.
Sure.
In this market, I don't know if it matters if you have a loan or cash. They just want an offer.
Right.
We were going to put an offer on a property today for a client, and they said they had like 100 people go through the open houses this weekend. I called them today. I'm like, okay, how are you guys looking? Like, we have one offer. I'm like, okay. So just because you have 100 people go through the open house does not mean you're going to have a lot of offers.
Yeah.
So there are certain houses that are getting multiple offers, and it's usually the ones that are like move-in ready, remodeled, have to do zero work to it. Right. So I still see some agents brag about like, oh, we had multiple offers. A lot of people are still trying to underprice it even far, like $200,000 underpriced to make sure that they have multiple
tons
offers.
of offers, right?
So yeah, long story short, it's a lot easier to get offers accepted, and cash doesn't make as much of a difference in this market than it would have in a very, very busy, popular market.
Yeah.
So overpriced. Cash. Was that a question? Sorry.
A statement. Just a statement.
Yes. 08 lenders were handing out loans to people who couldn't afford them. More stringent. 100%. It's a lot more stringent now.
Yes.
The amount of paperwork you have to give to a mortgage broker to get a loan approved.
Oh yeah.
It's easier to buy a child.
It was
probably.
A huge. Yeah. But so definitely different than 08. And I know it is, you maybe want to make that comparison, but it is different.
And 08 was the recession was caused by housing. This one is caused by
multiple
inflation and giving out money and all this other stuff. So
who's giving out money?
I know no one's giving it to me, but
no, nobody's contacted me about giving it.
Yes, stimulus packages.
Yes. Claymont, oh my gosh, I have an aunt that lives off Philadelphia Pike.
You go say hi.
Yes.
Aunt Doris?
God, how nice.
No, not Doris.
I don't have an Aunt Doris. But Claymont, so nice. Awesome.
Claymont, Delaware.
From like the Brandywine 100 area, right off 202.
Okay.
I never meet anybody from Delaware.
Up in Ramona. I was almost just up. I was up by
nice.
Iron Mountain, if you guys know that was today. So Poway, very close to that.
Hey, Ramona has some nice homes. Driving through Temecula, I can't believe the growth in Temecula. I don't know if Ramona, you'll have to tell me. I know Temecula's had a huge growth as far as just construction.
I don't think it's grown as much as Ramona has. But
tell me, that's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Would you say
he
that
probably has, I don't get up there that much,
grown,
so I don't know.
Yeah.
Let us know. I'm curious.
Up in Ramona. My mother-in-law worked at the middle school in Ramona.
I would wait because we are seeing a little spike of inventory of houses in San Diego, according from Redfin. What do you think, Nate? I would just pay attention to it every week and every month and just see if his inventory grows and find those diamonds in the roughs, like that house I just showed you. It's like that house definitely, I almost guarantee that house would have sold for 1.6 like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So that's already a $200,000 difference on a house in 3 months, essentially. So, I think prices will dip to a certain extent, and then you'll never really know when the bottom is until it starts going back up. So, just pay attention, look to houses in the same neighborhood that sold for more, 3 months ago, and then target those ones because you're going to get probably a little bit of a price break on those ones. Yes, your interest rate will be higher, but you can refinance later in the future. So I'm going to buy an investment property in the next 6 months probably. But I'm gonna check out I check it every day because I'm obsessed with it. But just pay attention to the little ups and downs of the certain houses. Look for ones that have been on the market for 21 plus days, and then make an offer on it. Somewhat reasonable offer. They probably already price reduced it once or twice. So
if you really are interested, though, track along.
Yes.
You never know. Even if those homes go off the market, sometimes they come back on the market. That's a great time.
Yeah, back on market ones are always good ones to do. I have a client that's buying in Poway was a back on market one.
There you go. I love those.
Yeah. We love back.
Have another. I had one over in Del Sur. Loved it.
I'm right by Mount. Yeah, that's right. I knew it was down there. Okay. Okay. Between the 8 and 94.
Nice.
Nice little spot.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Who do we have here? We've got
our team mascot is back.
The Spaniard.
The Spaniard has returned. Good times coming for
Spaniard used the crystal ball.
Hold the line after the next few Fed hikes. So, Spaniard, how long would you wait to buy something? I want to know your opinion because everyone likes to hear what the Spaniard has to say. And I feel like we need to see what the Spaniard looks like. I feel like actually maybe it's more fun just to see your boat. So, or ship, not a boat.
Yes. It's a ship. Oh, John Jay, go ahead. Are you're telling me that Redlands is it University of the Redlands? I thought.
Or same.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't semantics. I'm not sure, but overpriced. How is it ranked as one of the best valued schools in the state of California?
Well, was it their own ranking or
no?
Was
it was one of those. It was like the U.S. News. It was like just their, like they look at the prices and say it was one of the best. It was number 4, not number 1. Gotcha. It was number 4, but that's still.
It's pretty good.
That's still good, right? Colleges, university can get so expensive, so it's nice to hear when something might not be as expensive. So tell me I'm wrong. What is overpriced? I'm already saving. I'm ready to sell a kidney to put my kids through college.
At University of Redlands? Well, they don't all need to go to college. It's fine. How are the new apartments, condos, and PQ on Carmel Mountain Road across Los Penasquitos Elementary in that area? Like Pacific Village?
I've been through. Okay, wait. So I have not been through the apartments. I've been through the townhouses there.
I've been the ones that were for sale. I
haven't been for sale, not the rentals. I have not been through
the rental. If you're talking about the rental ones, I'm sure they're nice. They're brand new.
I know that whole space has been really nice. I will say it's close together. The homes are close together, and it's tight in there. So it's not like you've got big leafy green trees, on the street. But I think they used the space pretty well. And as far as I saw in the homes that you could purchase, it looked really nice. I mean, I was pretty impressed with the layouts.
They just had a resold one over there at the Pacific Village. I think it's for sale right now, actually. Let's see if I can find it.
Clickety click.
Clickety click.
Clickety click. See if we can find it. But it is. I will say it is a nice area over there. My kids went to preschool over there. Los Pen is a great school. You're near lots of good shopping. If you're looking into a rental in that area, or you have found a rental in that area, I think it's a wonderful place. And it's even walkable, which you don't get in a lot of these suburban communities. You just cross. I mean, they have an overpass cross over the 15, and you're in Carmel Mountain Ranch, that whole shopping center. So, I mean, that's cool that there aren't that many places you can say that about, that you could walk to the whole shopping center. That is true. But it's a nice, I think that's a nice area. You are very close in proximity to the 15, so you do get a little bit of road noise. I remember that.
Here's one that's for sale right now. To cut you off. So this is $1,050,000.
And this is
in Pacific Village. This is like a townhome.
This is a townhome. So this has a shared wall.
Yes.
Okay, but not a rental.
Little outdoor space. Some of these have yards, even the townhomes, but this one does not. So, and so it's in good shape overall. And this is $1,050,000. How many bedrooms? 3 bedroom, 2 bath. 1,454 square feet. Been on the market for 6 days. $293 HOA. So not too bad. I'm not sure.
So the community has pools, though.
It has
right?
one pool.
A pool.
I don't know if it has a community center, but it's a nice little spot.
Yeah.
You do get a little road noise because you have the freeway on one side, and then you have Carmel Mountain Road on the other side. But if you're kind of in the middle, you actually don't hear that much.
But good schools also, if that matters to you at all. Good schools, shopping, restaurants. I mean. You're a nice really close to all
the Carmel Mountain shopping and
and you can hop right on the 15, which is very convenient.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I was excited when Aldi came in.
To Ramona, nice.
I'm happy with my house. Appreciation over last year.
Very nice.
Most people are, I would say.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're right off Philadelphia Pike. Stop.
Maybe I'll invite you guys out to coffee. Oh yeah, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, let us know when because you guys are coming out here, right? I remember you telling that. So yeah, let us know when you're going to be here.
Wow.
And we'd be happy to.
That is, small world. Delaware. Don't tell me that. Oh, you won't know them. You're from Delaware.
Everyone knows everyone.
No, I don't mean that. It's just it really is a small state.
I own investment property too, but I am going to wait for a while to see what the market does. I always look for deals, but mostly out of state where I can get better ROI and more for the money. I'd say in investment properties, sometimes you can get better deals on properties, or at least return, like you said, ROI on your properties than San Diego, at least. I'm looking at one in Tampa. My brother lives in Tampa, and he was looking to move. He's like, what if I buy one and you can rent it? And he might do that. So we shall see.
Very nice.
Laws in California are very anti-landlord. I've been avoiding California investment properties. Yeah, I mean, if you get a good tenant, that's usually fine. But yeah, during the pandemic, when you weren't allowed to kick people out if they weren't paying rent, was definitely a problem for not just California, like throughout the country.
Everywhere. So yeah.
What do you think of the rental market in San Marcos? I think just like an investment property, or for you to rent a property.
To actually rent a property.
I love that little area, San Elijo Hills of San Marcos. So, and I know the rents are pretty good there.
Yep.
Like a house there to rent. What do you think a house would rent for in San Marcos? Like a 4-bedroom house, probably
anywhere from
35
to 42.
40, yeah, 40. Even more if it's bigger. But yeah, probably in that ballpark.
If you're looking at, that's a single family home. Obviously, if you're just looking for an apartment or a condo, it would be less than that.
Yep.
But San Marcos is a great area. I'm excited about I might just pick up and leave and go. You might find me in San Marcos. I love that little town center. I love the views.
The clock tower.
The clock tower. It's so cute. And I love that they put all the schools around the town center. I bet those buildings.
They can all walk to all the schools. Here we have to
you have to get in your car. Something just feels, it just has such like a community vibe. Like your kid gets out of school and they ride their bike down to the coffee shop and they probably just loiter. I'm sure. I feel bad for those businesses. I would love to interview those people and just be like, is it awful to just have 45 8th graders to send
we'll
on
have
your
a cup of ice water,
shop?
please.
Yes, and we'll share it. Anyway, I love the way it's laid out. I think it's so cute, and I think San Marcos is a great spot.
Agreed. I do love San Diego appreciation, though. Yes, that's why people always want to move here. Yep. That's why the prices go up so quickly.
Yeah.
But they could also drop a little bit quick too. So we shall see. Okay, what else we got? By the way, I have been hitting your donut locations. Thanks for the recommendation. Which ones have you gone to?
Steve.
Which ones have you not gone to?
Oh my goodness.
We went back to Peterson's Donuts in Escondido.
Peterson's has my heart. We met the new owner of Peterson's.
And he was delightful.
So
support local donut shops.
That's right. And that's been family owned for a really, really long time, right? That place is it just blows my mind. I think the stuff there is just delicious. It's so good. I finally got to try the butter log that I was so excited about. It's like a cinnamon roll. It was so good.
The donut.
It was so good. Let us know where you went.
Yes, we have an Escondido video coming out on Friday. Keep an eye out for that. And let us know what other towns you guys want to do videos of. There's a few up in North County we still have not done. I think we haven't done Vista.
We
haven't done Oceanside.
Mm-mm.
And I think we've Rancho Santa Fe we have not done yet.
Yeah. I mean, we could try to get into Lucadia.
Yeah, Lucadia. We haven't done a Lucadia one, or some of those little smaller towns too. We haven't done yet. So
yeah.
Let us know what other videos you guys want to see, because we are always looking for new ideas. Okay. What do you guys think of Escondido? We were just talking about. Did you just hear us talking? What do you guys think of Escondido High School and San Marcos High School? I mean, none of our kids have gone to either high school.
I can only speak to it based on the scores that I see. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, San Marcos is always higher rated. I mean, I've known some friends of friends that kids went to Escondido and they spoke very highly of it.
Yeah.
But people always love to go off that score number.
Right.
So I don't think it's a bad school. It's just not as high as rated as San Marcos' school.
Yeah. San Marcos, I think the elementary school and the middle schools actually seem to rank higher than the high school. Like the high school still does well as well. But I think it does well as well. But the middle schools and the elementary schools, I think across the board are pretty consistently high.
Yep.
And Escondido, I'd have to look at that to see.
I think Escondido's will get better over time as people. This sort of just kind of happens over time. As people get priced out of a certain area, then the next area over kind of starts to get a little bit better. So as of right now, San Marcos is probably rated higher. That could change though.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Are these numbers for real, John Jay?
42K a year?
That cannot be right. $42K a year is like Ivy League schools.
Well, no, Ivy League's a lot more than that, probably, right? I haven't been in college in a while, but
I haven't either, but I don't.
I'm sure he's probably looked into this more than we have. So
$60K if you dorm?
Almost 4 times as much compared to because Redlands, that's a private university.
What?
Redlands.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Courtney's gonna research it, but I believe you, John, even if she does not.
I'm gonna research that too. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go on to the next question.
That is in-state? That's in-state tuition for a California resident?
So you're not going to Redlands University anymore?
Shoot, okay. I guess
What
not.
do you think of the UTC area versus La Mesa versus Oceanside as investment? I think Oceanside's I think if you go west, you can never go wrong. So, I mean, UTC is pretty far west too. I personally like La Mesa, but I feel like not everyone does. I just like the areas that have. I know we do. But I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
I remember some people commented on our La Mesa thing, and they weren't as fond of it as we were. So, but to each their own. UTC is also great because you got the school right there, so it's easy to rent out. If you ever needed to rent it out, there's professors or students. There's all kinds of people that will rent that out. So that's also a very easy rental. There's also just a lot of rentals there in general. So I think if I had to decide between UTC and Oceanside, I might go Oceanside.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a toss-up.
UTC is like very rentable.
Well, you have this college, and then you have all the tech companies in there too.
Exactly. So I think, if you're
UTC
just
is
looking,
probably safer.
A safer bet of getting, absolutely. Like you're going to get, somebody's going to rent your property for sure. There are so many young professionals that work there. There's so many built, what am I looking for?
I don't know.
There's so many places that people work in that area.
Yes.
Like you're always
It's pretty central too. Like Oceanside's a little tucked up to the north.
But Oceanside is like a beach community, and
especially if you can get west of the 5, which is going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
But I love that little downtown area.
I'd say you have a really good chance. You're probably always going to be able to rent that out
for sure.
Yeah.
Your buddy Lou's back. Your Delaware friend's back again. Planning on renting first when my family moves out there before buying. Oh, so that's why you're talking about San Marcos earlier.
Sure.
San Marcos is a perfect place to rent. It'll be probably a little bit more affordable too than like down like the 56 corridor, like Penasquitos and Del Sur Forest Ranch. So yeah, I think that's a good spot.
Just to circle back to John Jay as I looked up here. Okay, so University of Redlands. This is saying even more than 40. And I'm like, this is blowing my mind. So I guess what I need to clarify is University of Redlands is not in any way a California state school.
No, it is not.
It is just called,
because it would UC
right,
Redlands.
But I guess I thought it was California. I guess I thought it was because they named the location in there. They're like, this is Cal State San Marcos. This is UCSD. This is
they do not say that
University of the Redlands, California, something or other. Okay, well, that's banana boats. Okay, so is it a private university?
Our good friend Ollie Patterson, our videographer, who lives in Normal Heights. He's always trying to get us to do a video on Normal Heights, so it brings up his property value. It's not going to happen, Ollie. Not going to happen.
If you don't have anything to say about University of Redlands, then you're just of no use to me. So.
And you were supposed to do the Normal Heights video, Ollie, if I remember correctly. Thanks for watching, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Ollie.
John Jay, private school. Yep, there you go.
Private school. So okay, it's all coming together now. It's all coming together. Well, then, wow, I'm so shocked that they would land anywhere on a list. They should specify. It should be private schools, inland California, number 4 most affordable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I think we've talked enough about University of Redlands for one YouTube live.
Just curious.
Okay. If you guys have we're gonna have a few more questions left. If you have any last questions there, throw them into the chat. We try to keep these to 45 minutes as not to bore everyone that's watching. So we got one more question here. What are tips to look for on townhomes versus condo? Concern of controllable HOA going up crazy. Uncontrollable HOA going up crazy. First concern. I mean, your HOA can go up either one on townhomes or condos, but they could definitely go up more on condos just because there's a lot more things that you have to that could affect the entire building, like plumbing, if plumbing gets into the walls, roofs. Townhomes, a lot of times, actually, if it's 50-50, sometimes you're responsible for the roof, sometimes the HOA is responsible for the roof. So the big things I would say are plumbing, roofs, how many amenities the community has. Because don't go into a community that has a bunch of pools and rec centers and gyms if you don't use any of those things.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be paying for them through your HOA. But if you are going to use them, then feel free to get those. So I would say less amenities, the better, are probably better to control, because those are more wild cards as far as like if something goes wrong in the pool, that could be, they could assess you, because it might not raise your HOA, but it could just assess you $5,000 per unit if it goes up. So I prefer townhomes. I think you also get more money for townhomes if you're talking about renting. I'm not sure if you're trying to rent these out or live in them yourself. But if you had a choice, townhomes will be more expensive. What other tips would be good for townhomes versus condos?
I mean, I think you're absolutely
I would also,
right.
when you're looking at them, check to see how many times the HOA has been increased. So they'll send you the HOA documents. You can also contact the HOA and say, okay, when was the last time it was raised? Why did they raise it? Like in our neighborhood we live in, it has an HOA, but it's single family homes, and it's only they built in 2003, and it's only been raised one time, and that was for the first time was like 2 years ago. So it went from $70 to $75. But townhomes and condos will raise more frequently, probably every 4 to 6 years maybe.
Yeah, but condo definitely the likelihood is
Yeah.
greater because you are in a shared building.
Correct.
Townhome, you know.
And townhomes are usually lower HOAs in general, usually
Yeah.
maybe 200 to 300, and then condos, I feel like most ones I see these days are probably $400 to $500 probably for HOA. So yeah, if you can get a townhome for relatively similar price to a condo, I would choose townhome. Okay, cool. And then Mr. Ron Andrews, I love what you guys do. Great, thanks, Ron. Let us know what kind of, you guys are still watching. Let us know what kind of videos you guys want to see. Do you want to see more food videos, more neighborhood tours, more market update videos, which we kind of do on the lives more than anything.
Cost of living, day-to-day,
or amusement parks, family-related activities. Let us know, because we'd happy to make those for you. We're always looking for new ideas, and we appreciate you guys all watching over the last 2 years or so. How long have we been doing these videos? 2 years?
2 years.
If you guys keep watching, we'll keep
more
making them. And if you guys ever plan on moving or need to sell a house here in San Diego, we're always happy to help.
Yes. It's been more than 2 years.
Has it been?
Before
when was the first one? It was 2019, I think, when we first did our Rancho Penasquitos tour. Was our first video.
Gosh, yep.
Okay, couple.
Looked so much less tired than.
Oops, we did these. Okay. FYI, Taste of Italy is coming up 6/21 to 6/22, 4 to 6 p.m. or 6 to 8. Take lots of samples. Should we do a video on Taste of Italy?
Oh, I would love that. Little Italy.
Are you going, Nine Angels? Let us know. Maybe we'll say
that sounds great. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
4 to 6 p.m. or 6 to 8. What is that? Next week? What's the date today?
Yeah. Yep. That is next week.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll check that out.
I would love that.
Okay, one more question. Mikey, moving to San Marcos High School for my senior year from Escondido. Oh, what's up, Mikey?
Oh, wow.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll be fine. You're not too far away from where you are right now, so it'll be an easy commute. Let us know how your experience is too.
I don't know what it's like
all the time.
in that area, but I know down here the kids are flip-flopping between high schools, schools all the time. Sounds very, very flexible. Exactly. Sounds super flexible, and that it's pretty fluid. So hopefully it is an easy transition for you to go from one high school to the other.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again in 2 weeks for another live. We'll try to get this on a regular schedule. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, I promise I won't talk about University of Redlands anymore.
I feel like you were going there like tomorrow or something. You were very concerned about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.